Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's a dirt bag to me,
I
bro.
like that.
Dirt
Oh, that's
bag
crazy.
because
Woo!
But
She's
yeah,
been talking. Go ahead, man. Like she's been talking crazy for a long time. It's like we gotta stand up at some point and be like,
oh no,
nah,
I
we're
was
not gonna
saying
have that.
my damn mic was muted. But no,
Oh,
I was saying, yeah, Stephen A. He done said, Malika, let me see your gun real quick. Took a clip out,
mhm.
unloaded it. Like, no, put that down real quick. Put that down. He did a
Yeah,
dirty.
yeah,
Like, nah. Dude, and I don't even like Stephen
Dang.
A. no more, but he did a dirty. He said, let me put this child in her place. Like, that's what
yeah.
he did.
Nah,
He put
that's
this
my dude,
child
man.
in her
Like,
place.
He
You feel
pulled
me?
out the seniority on her. He said, "Hold on,
No, I don't. I'm
wait a
not gonna
minute."
say. I'm not gonna say I don't like Stephen A. But Stephen A. has gotten like he used to be.
this,
Man, you could
there's
deal with
a,
him.
there's a
Now it's
very.
like
I'm gonna tell you.
I can't deal with him.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you. And that's my guy, and I will stand 10 toes down for him at any turn. And this is not a bias coming out. I just know where he comes from, and I know his stance is on a lot of things, and I know how much he loves being an example for us. But what happened, I'm gonna tell you exactly where everybody thought it was cool to talk shit to Stephen A. When
When
Terrell
Reddit,
Owens went on the show. Nope, Terrell Owens.
Yep,
When
he
he
did it
went
to
on the
Skip.
that's
show
facts.
and
That's true.
said and he said that Kellerman was more black than Stephen A.
Oh
Yep,
shit!
that's true.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
That was
That's true.
he did
that
say
was the
that.
time when everybody thought it was cool. All right, well then F him, we're gonna start taking shots. And that's not the case. And it was funny coming from Terrell Owens because that's a whole nother story for another day.
That's
But
true. Hey,
yeah,
that's big facts though. That's big facts though.
like
That was funny coming
like
from T.O. Like you want to talk, big dog.
yeah, like you if anybody, you can't say that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be talking. You should be quiet in this situation right now.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I didn't want like the Malika Andrew thing. I'm not even I just think as men, especially black men, we gotta kind of stand because if except to me, it's just sending the wrong message that you're allowed to talk crazy to black men on national TV and there's no blowback from it.
That's a good
I
point.
mean, nah. I
Because
mean, yeah. LeVar got kicked off of ESPN for saying, for saying something that could have been, misconstrued. But
but like but this wasn't misconstrued. She went on that main show to try and
like
tell him
Steve,
about
but
himself.
she's adamant. She is adamant that she doesn't want the she doesn't want the woman. The woman doesn't face the same consequences because he's at a higher position than her in his jobs.
This is
Blasey
but
Blah
this is
says that Blasey Blah,
but
and it's
this is
like, all right.
but this is where her argument went wrong to me. One, if it was a team policy, both those people involved broke the team policy. That's number one. Number
That's true.
two, if she felt like we shouldn't air out the woman and all that other thing, that's cool. So then why did you go on the next day and air out the assistant coach who had nothing to do with this?
That's a good point. That's a good
She's a
point.
like she went after like you're going after men for no reason. Like no one even made it a man versus woman thing, but she did. And
Yeah,
then when you start
he
digging
was just saying that he wants if they're gonna make it public, both of them should face
just
fucking him,
equal,
not just
right?
yeah,
It's just.
equal right, equal
I mean,
fight.
y'all, yeah, like
Yeah.
you fought for equality, but I'm thinking like if we're gonna talk about equality, then Ime Udoka did his thing, and he deserves whatever punishment that he gets,
Oh,
whatever
he
that
it
may
just the
be.
more news came out, it don't look like he coming back
Right?
next year. But this the football
He
show.
probably, yeah,
This the football
That's why
show.
that's why I want to get that out of the way because now I'm gonna hit with the Tua stuff.
Oh yeah, that's where I was starting off anyway. I was
I
starting
didn't,
what the hell's
I
going on with Tua and these guys out in
because I
Miami.
hear everybody wants to blame the NFL for what happened. And I'm like, it's not the NFL's position to do that. The NFL put policies in place if you got a concussion that you have to go through certain protocol. As a former player, you can lie to get back on the field.
Hmm.
At that point, it's now up to the coaching staff, the players on that team, and the
But
organization to make sure that
Didn't they hire somebody like that's not a part of the team to oversee it? To be like, all right, no,
the
that
met
guy
no
needs
that
to go
yeah
into
well they
protocol.
they have a medical staff that's supposed to basically observe the player yada 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 yada. But anybody who's played sports, you can get past 95% of that because they're
It's
going to
easy
ask
to
you
lie on a concussion protocol test.
right. But my thing was, all right, so he lied and he made it through Sunday. On Monday, on Monday, his ass should have been at a facility, get tests done,
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff done. But that's not the NFL's responsibility. That's the team's responsibility.
Yeah, that falls on the
That's what
team
I
to make
said.
sure
I've been
he's
calling for these team medical personnel to be investigated because it's not
Right.
just the Miami Dolphins. You got to look at the Chargers too, with how they handled Justin Herbert
Herbert.
and
Yeah,
how they handled Tyrod Taylor
Well,
the 2 years prior.
yeah, when they stabbed him in
well,
his lung.
Tyrod Taylor's, yeah, he already. I think he's suing the Chargers now for that.
Yeah, he is.
We have to start looking at these medical personnel because something's not right going on within these medical personnel on these franchises. I'm not saying that it's the NFL's fault,
Good
but I
point.
feel like
It's
they need to do their due diligence with going through these investigations on investigating these medical personnel in these franchises because there's players' lives at stake at the end of the day.
it
Like,
is, and I tell people it's like because when everybody says it's the NFL, it's like it's not the NFL. The teams are 32 independent businesses. They work, and the commissioner actually works for them.
yeah, exactly. A lot of people
That
don't get that.
that would be like the local mall trying to tell McDonald's what they should do with one of their employees.
Facts.
It
Yeah.
doesn't that they have to deal with that. The NFL, the mall can make a suggestion, but at the end of the day, it's up to them who has the final word. And that's like that too. Like he should have never came back in that game. Point
At
blank,
all.
period.
At all. I do think the NFL needs to do a deeper dive investigation in these
Well,
franchise owners and just these owners in general because there's a lot of stuff that's going on that
and it's the
is
players
being
too.
kind
But
of
you gotta protect the players from themselves.
exactly. And there's just a lot of
100%.
stuff that's going on that's been kind of swept to the side because the season's coming up or because they got a new contract deal or whatever the case may be. But there's a lot of instances like a few months prior they were talking about making Mr. Snyder sell the team. What happened to that? We haven't heard anything about that. But we hearing about
they're still working on that.
it's still working on that, but all we're hearing about is the Suns owner. Maybe he's going to sell the team. Maybe he's going to sell the team. Like, no,
No, he's selling
where's
the
that?
team.
Exactly. The Suns owner selling the team.
The
Where's that?
NBA is
can't
totally
make-
different.
Where's that
No, he's
NFL
selling.
story?
They
All I'm
can't
saying
make-
is that
Yeah, they
don't push
sell
that
your team.
narrative enough. You know what I'm saying? Like with the NBA, you see them like
He agreed. He's
everybody's
selling.
coming out like, hey, we think you should sell the team, bro. Like we're not telling you to sell the team, but it's a collective agreement that you might want to sell it, bro, because it's not a good look. I just think the NFL needs to come shine out more on that. Like, hey, yo, bro, like we're not telling you to sell the team. We're not telling you have to, but you might want to look into it, big dog, because it's not a good look for you right now.
I'm gonna tell you the big difference, and there's a lot of people think like that, but I'm gonna tell you the NFL works completely different from the NBA.
No,
they're saying that Tua was checked every day for concussion. Every day.
I don't believe it.
I was gonna say I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
Because the NFL doesn't work in the public like the NBA. This is what gets the
not
NBA
even
in
remotely.
trouble.
Not even remotely.
But this is what gets the NBA in trouble. See, the NFL likes to handle stuff in house. Like, look, we're gonna work about it. Anything that needs to come out, we'll make sure it comes out. But other than that, we don't.
Once a review is done of the of the test that he went through for the whole week, it will be released to the public.
But it was only 3 days. That's the thing. He got the concussion on Sunday. He was playing on Thursday.
Yeah.
He
was allowed to fly home too, which is alarming because if he has a concussion, you're not supposed to fly.
Yep.
No, and I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how he probably got away with it, which is problem number 2. Is if his ass went to sleep on that plane, you're not supposed to sleep for 12 to 15 hours after a concussion.
Facts.
So a lot of things were handled wrong on the Miami side, like a lot of things.
A lot, a whole lot.
That's interesting. Nice insight. That's why I love having Mel here on the back end and the front. Pause. I love myself. But yeah, that's I'm just not my. So I say this. I told my boss I was going to do this, so I'm going to do it. My boss said it something today, which I think is very interesting. He said that he thinks that shout out to him that Tua's hit like the concussion in the second game that he faked it because the NFL was investigating him for the concussion in the first game, so they had to get him out. He said that I seen it. I was like, now that I seen him throw him down the way his head is. Now
that motherfucker's up there like gang signs.
I was gonna say he was throwing up gang signs. When you start throwing up gang signs, you can't fake that.
You're not faking that.
I had to look at it twice because I damn it. I was like, did he just throw up the
But that's what my boys are saying, and it's just something to think about. I think it was very interesting him saying that. I was like, I'm gonna mention it on the podcast, see what the boys think about that. But when I watched it after he said that and I seen how he like threw him down, I was like, there's no way he literally bounced off the ground again. So if he had a concussion in Monday's game, Monday's game, then played Sunday's game, then played Thursday, that concussion just got upgraded. You got to upgrade it now.
No,
it's a concussion times 2 now because
he fucked his brain. That shit was
CTE like a mother. I'll tell you that.
Oh, he's most definitely
like a mother. I'm telling you.
I mean, he gonna miss probably the next 2 games because of this.
I would push for 4.
I'm the only one that picked them to win last night's game.
I would honestly push for 4. Damn near 5 games. I'm not even gonna lie to you. After seeing that.
Now he needs some time off. They need to tell him what they told Brian Flores: go take a vacation.
Yeah, I would push for 5-6 games at least because there's no way I'm letting you back on the field.
Because it's fear on his part because you got to think everybody was doubting this dude coming into the season, and then he finally starts playing decent, good. They're starting to get they just beat the Bills, and everybody's saying they're a real threat. The last thing you want to do now is sit down.
See, I feel that because I've been there, but at the same
time,
that's
what I said. It's the players. You got to protect these fucking. I played a whole season with a broke wrist, and I should have never done it. And I played receiver, so it's like, what you gonna do? But I made it through. I didn't damage my wrist anymore, but I opened myself up to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of players do that. You see a lot of players go back out there at their own risk, you have to protect Tua in that situation. You definitely have to protect him, especially with your team being on a 3-0 run. You guys are high, talking about being team. You got to protect that guy, and I don't think I'm with you guys. I don't think the organization handled that right. I think after that first concussion on Sunday, they should have sat him out, let him miss Thursday's game, and then try to get him back in Sunday game after that, and see if you can give him a protocol then. Give him some time to recuperate from the first concussion.
You had almost 13. You had almost a full 2 weeks before the next game.
Yeah, right.
Literally, almost a full 2 weeks.
Right, because you played 2 games in the course of 5 days. So it's like you could have gave him some time to rest up, but then you put him in a predicament where now he's grabbed from his hips and whoopsie bang, and
whiplash everywhere. Like
now he's on the ground and looking like he's having a stroke, and it's because you guys did not protect your quarterback, and it's like.
And I blame that the head coach.
He's young, and now you got Teddy Bridgewater coming in, and that's what we got to talk about too. Like, how do you think Teddy Bridgewater could keep them afloat, like Brissett is supposed to do with the Broncos until Watson gets back? Do you think?
I think you got a better chance with Teddy. You got a better chance with Teddy.
Yeah,
I like Brissett though, man. I like the way he plays. I'm not.
No, he's playing really good. He's playing way better than I thought he would.
Yeah, I just feel like he's a consistent, like a solid, consistent backup quarterback. Like if you need him to come in, step in, make some plays to win a game or sustain a lead or something like that, he's gonna do that for you. He did it a few years back for the Colts. You know what I'm saying? He did it for the Patriots. So like I feel like Jacoby Brissett is kind of establishing himself as one of those like solid backup quarterback to the point where what I'm saying, he might even earn a starting spot maybe one of these days. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like if he can build a resume to the point where he can sustain, he can be a solid game manager.
He's starting over now. I want to go down this road.
Hey, shoot. Hey, the Browns, you never know. Listen, you never know in this here game of football, man. The Browns,
I mean,
if Jimmy G can start on the team, I believe Jacoby Brissett can start on the
team. Don't do it. Jimmy gets you to Super Bowls and playoffs.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, they're the same dude.
The run game does.
They're the same dude. They're the same dude. Honestly,
he's not starting over Lamar. He's not starting over Josh.
Oh no.
Not over Joe. Not over.
He's not a starter. He's not a starter.
No, I just want to figure out who you got him starting. Russell, you have him starting on Russell Wilson?
No, not Russ.
All right, David Mills.
David Mills has been playing very, very well. So no, I can't do that.
Matt
David
Ryan in the coach.
I'll
give you Matt Ryan.
I was going to say
he was just the quarterback for the Colts last year. They got rid of him to get Matt Ryan.
Right. Trevor Lawrence.
No, Trevor's been balling this year.
Patrick Mahomes, Derek Carr, Justin Herbert.
No.
Derek Carr's been playing. I'm just playing.
Mac Jones.
No.
Zach Wilson.
No.
Possibly.
Joe Flacco.
Possibly. I put him actually.
Yeah,
I'll give you
Zach Wilson.
I'll give you Mitch Trubisky. I
definitely put him.
I think they're the same dude. I think they're just the same dude. You're not.
I don't know. I think Jacoby. I think he's a little more accurate.
All right. What about Ryan Tannehill? Last one in what is this? NFC, AFC?
No.
All right. Let's get to the NFC. Marcus Mariota.
Possibly.
No.
Kyler Murray.
No.
Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Not even.
I'm taking him over Baker, and I'm standing.
I'm not thinking twice about that.
I'll take Cooper Rush off the Cowboys over Baker. Listen, I'll take anybody over Baker. But you're not asking
me. Y'all gonna stop this Baker.
You're not asking me. I'm asking y'all. Justin Fields.
No.
Dak Prescott.
No.
Cooper Rush.
Yeah, no. I take Jacoby over Cooper.
Jared Goff. I'll give you Jared. You're gonna take him over Jared. I'll give you Jared.
Possibly. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Jared is one of those ones that's shaky, bro. Because it's like he can do the same things. He might get you to, you know. Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Matthew Stafford.
No.
Kirk Cousins.
I should say no, but no, I'm not gonna take him over Kirk Cousins.
Jameis Winston. I'll give you Jameis Winston. I'll give
take him over Jameis because Jameis.
Maybe start Brissett over Jameis Winston.
Absolutely, you know, G baby not gonna do that. But
Daniel Jones. I understand how people feel about Daniel. So if you want to take him over there, I'll give you Daniel.
Yeah, I'm taking him over. I'm taking him over Daniel Jones, bro. I'm
Mel
not
disappeared, and I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I'm taking him.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Something that just kicked me out.
Mel is back. I'm not on the screen of the where I can see you guys. I'm reading these damn names. Jalen Hurts.
No.
You can have Trevor Lawrence, but Jimmy G.
I'm taking him over Jimmy G. I'm sorry.
The same dude.
Geno Smith.
Same dude.
Yeah, I'm taking him over Geno.
Tom Brady, Carson Wentz.
Maybe Carson.
I would put him over Carson. I'd take him over Carson.
He's trash.
I would take him over Carson.
I didn't hear a lot of names there that Brissett is starting over.
I mean, hey, I'm just saying. You said can he start? And there's a few in there that he can start.
I heard all no's from Mel. Mel, you ever say you can start over somebody?
Outside of Carson Wentz? No.
Not even Daniel Jones?
Not even Daniel Jones?
Not even Danny Dimes?
No.
That's my guy though until Tyrod start. But
yeah,
he's a solid backup. He's just not a starter, bro. He can get. Do you need him to fill in for 4 or 5 games and he can do his thing? Yes. But if you're trying to, no, Jacoby Brissett. I just think Daniel Jones to me he has not gotten the right offensive coordinator. They have not used him properly. I think he's a good quarterback, not great or anything. He's a good quarterback. He's got a lot of things that will work for him, but they just choose not to do it.
The jury is still out for me on Daniel Jones. I just need to see something.
If he had a consistent head coach, like at least offensive coordinator,
that's what I mean.
If he was bad in that, then I would be with you guys. But he's had 3 head coaches, 3 offensive coordinators. Like the team's been turned around so much in this guy's short careers, like it's not even funny.
The problem I have with the Giants is the offensive line.
That predicament and they succeed in it. You can't give me one quarterback that succeeds in that predicament. 3 head coaches and 3 offensive coordinators in 3 years.
Yeah, the problem I have with
the Browns
is,
but that's why I say you can't judge Baker like that because Baker in his 4 years.
Baker had good teams. No, I don't want to do that.
He had 4 head coaches.
I don't want to do that. Baker
4 head coaches
though.
And
good
5
teams.
offensive coordinators.
Good teams,
but one of those head coaches switch, he asked for himself. So
right, it doesn't.
I'll give you the offensive coordinators. I'll give you the offensive coordinator. He had 5 offensive. That's bad, but he still had a good enough team to go 13-3 one of those years.
Yeah, I'm not saying no, but I'm not saying.
And then he go 10-6, I think, or 9. He went something like that. He had a very good defense.
No, they went to the playoffs.
Line, a great running back.
When the team was healthy,
because of Baker.
No, it didn't.
You give that team to any other top quarterback or quarterback that in Baker's range, and they're doing more with.
Not with the injuries that he had to deal with.
Well, listen, if you out on the field,
Odell was never healthy.
I know you guys are football players, but I'll tell you this: to me, if you out on that field, produce.
But then that's fine. But then don't see the thing about it is. Why is he the only one getting held accountable for the
everybody? That's me. I'm consistent. I do it to everybody, but I just don't like the praise of Baker. The praise to me. You want to know, Mel? I haven't told you this. I'll tell you what Baker is to me. You ain't gonna like it, but I'll tell you. Baker Mayfield is Johnny Manziel without all the flash.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's what he is. That's what he is.
Don't do that. 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 Don't do that.
Spicy, yes, sir.
That is no. He is not.
I've been saying it for a year, almost a year now.
The Browns are. You know what? I told
Flash, bro. You're not going to tell me if you gave Johnny Manziel, if you take the flash away from Johnny Manziel, give him those teams that Baker had. He doesn't do the same thing with him.
No, see, because my opinion is not about.
I didn't say more. I say he does the same thing with him. He
one of the
13
few people
with that team if he stopped all his little antics and bullshit.
But I'm one of the few people that think Johnny Manziel is actually a really good quarterback.
That's what I'm saying, right? But that's what I'm saying. So you can even say that he's a better quarterback than Baker if he got into his head. The flash, the hype got to him from being in that. All that stuff is great. Off the court, off the field, things is why he was out. That's great. But if you take all that stuff away that guy gets on the field and performs, and you give him that top, top 5 defense, a top 5 or top 10 offensive line, a top 5 running back,
and the O-line.
Listen, but with all of that, all of those things, look, the same thing with Manziel. Manziel had to deal with Josh Gordon, who couldn't get off the weed.
I get it.
You couldn't look.
Danny Dimes right now is dealing with Kenny Galladay.
I hate that
rule. Kenny Galladay. Sterling Shepard's out for the season. He's got Kenny Galladay. That's the guy that Danny Jones has to rely on. That's his number 1. Kenny Galladay.
Totally understand that. Totally understand all of that.
And a bunch of who's.
Right.
Yeah, because Kadarius
Kenny Galladay and a bunch of
got him on my fantasy.
So you want to know what
you can't say a bunch of you can't say a bunch of who's because
the ground and he gets injured.
You got Kadarius Jones. I mean, unfortunately, Shepard got hurt. Shepard got hurt. You had you said Kenny Galladay. I think Saquon Barkley
Galladay. Don't say Kenny Galladay.
No. I said you already said him.
No, don't say him. Take him out the list. He's not there. I didn't say him. You didn't say him. He's not there. He's not even on the team. When they throw it to him, it's just a ghost of him. I'm like, where is he? We don't know. Where did Danny Dimes start?
So he's gone.
Was it a receiver there or was it not? Who knows?
But no, they should have but nobody's playing good on the Giants offense, right? Except for outside of Saquon Barkley. Nobody.
Hey, by the end of the season, I might take back what I said about Saquon.
Because I watched that Dallas. They should have blew Dallas doors open.
Yeah, that shit won.
That's a game we should have won. But hey, we do Giants.
You dropping passes. It was everybody was.
Kenny Galladay,
Shepard, Galladay, all of them. It was just bad, bro.
It was just Galladay.
Hey, he is on Galladay right now.
Don't put all the blame on him.
You want me to go back to Baker?
But he hasn't produced like that though. Like Galladay hasn't.
No, he hasn't. No, he's been a straight up.
We should have went out and got Christian Kirk Christian, somebody. We go get Kenny Galladay.
Well, when they signed him, I thought it was a good pickup.
Yeah, my ass.
But some things just don't turn out the way you envision it in your head.
Unfortunately, not.
Cut that dude. No, I don't wish nothing on his job. But step up, Kenny.
He said, "I need you to ball."
I'm not happy. You came out, you said something 2 weeks ago, then you come out another dud. You're just a dud right now.
Receptions, 14 yards. Come on, bro. You can't.
You're just a dud.
You can't come out and say some shit and then put up numbers like that.
Give me, how old is Victor Cruz? 36, 37, 38? Give me Victor back. How old is Mario Manahan? 42. Give me Mario back. Steve Smith, stop broadcasting. Get back in the game. Take any of those guys over Kenny Galladay.
Call T.O. He's trying to get back in the league.
Shit, give me Robbie Anderson. His inconsistent ass. Give me him. Give me Robbie. I'll take Robbie.
Well, we're going to see what Kenny Galladay's made of. Because with Shepard being out, I think he's done for the season. So
yeah, he is.
Yeah, he tore his ACL. He's done.
He is. He's out.
Yeah. So
and now we still have Kenny Galladay.
Can I ask you a question about that real quick? How do y'all feel about turf and non-contact knee injuries? Do you think it really plays a big part in that, or do you think that it's more just
it's the way the guys are working out?
I was gonna say, do you think it's more just the way the guys are training?
Mm-hmm. It's how they're training.
Yeah, because that
y'all would know more than me. I'm a fan. I don't train.
Those are my thoughts. Like, I feel
only time I train is when I pick my big ass burger up from my plate, take a bite, and I put that motherfucker back down.
Yeah, lower body injuries. That's all training. That's when the dude keep blowing out his hamstrings and stuff like that. You're not training right. You're not taking in. You're not training right, and you're not taking in the proper fluids prior to the game.
Yeah, I mean, because when I tore my hamstring in college after running track, I then transferred and then tore my patellar tendon. Right, I haven't had a lower leg injury since, and I still play to this guy. I still play semi-pro to this day.
Right.
So, and it was because like my doctor, he was the King's doctor at the time, and he literally told me that it's the way you train your quads. Like your quads aren't strong enough to hold that pressure, to basically absorb that impact that comes from the kinetic energy from your knee, the top of your knee to the bottom of your knee that connects to your shin. So I was like, damn, you might have a fucking point, dog. Like, wait a minute.
Yep.
So I started focusing on just strength and conditioning as far as legs go. And I haven't had a lower leg injury since.
When you're training to do, it's the thing, like when I watch basketball players and football players, certain dudes, like when they're working out, you have to work out doing the shit that you're going to do in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You going out there and you lifting, if you're not an offensive lineman, you should never be benching 300 and 400 pounds. You're never going to use it. You're never going to use that.
There's quite literally no point.
So it's like, it's weird. That's why dudes, oh man, my knee this and my back this, because you're doing stuff that you doing stuff that you don't need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I learned very early, like yoga, Pilates, anything that as a football player, especially at receiver corner, where you got to work out your hips and everything from your hips down, do it. Take ballet, take dance,
absolutely.
Like do all of that. You're going to because that's the stuff that you're using.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
You got to train it in the way of what you're using it for, not just to train it. Yeah. I mean, hey. Let's get on. Let's get the recap of week 3. What was the most exciting game to you?
To me, let me see.
For me, most exciting. I wouldn't even call it exciting. I knew the Buffalo Miami game was gonna be hokey to me, only because Micah Hyde was out, and I was like, I figured Miami would be able to replicate what they did to the Ravens without Micah Hyde back there.
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't have that one person missing in the secondary, especially at the safety, will mess it up. And that to me was like, I thought they could have pulled it out. It was just a bad play call at the end. Not bad play call, bad execution by the receiver. Once you got the ball, you should have just shot your ass straight to the sidelines. Get out of bounds to at least get the shot to kick the field goal. He turns it upfield like a dummy. They never line anything up. That's it. Game over.
I would say either Chiefs, Colts, because I was not expecting the Colts to come out with that victory.
I don't even want to say
that last that I can't lie, that last minute pick, that was crazy. I can't even lie.
It was a bullshit call. I gotta stop cursing. It was a bad call by the ref on Chris Jones that led to the touchdown.
That's true. That was a egregious call.
All he did was this is football. Like, let's not take the manly man out of football. If I hit you and I know I just caused something big to happen, I should be able to stand over you for a second or two.
But I mean,
I feel like he might have said
they did the same thing.
You know that there's something that he said though. Like
I don't care what he said. I don't care. I was told on the football field. You play football.
And look, as a football player, I feel you. But you know them refs be hating, bro. And you know it's something.
Man, then you take your soft ass over there.
He hated on that, man. He was like, nah, I don't like it. Flag.
Man, too many of those.
It was something petty. It was something small. And he was like, nope, I don't like it.
Your mother last nah. You went too
No, that's a part of that. To me, that's what makes football so much different than any other sport to me. Because I can get justice on the next play.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's facts. That's absolutely.
So if you're going to talk about it,
Odell Beckham and Josh Norman.
Yeah, or you get football and you get your
Crabtree and the Key.
and to leave like football. Look, you can
wear jewelry during the game, kids. If you're watching, kids don't wear jewelry during the game. Okay,
grills,
earrings, necklaces, chains. Don't wear it during the game. Somebody's gonna try to take it off. I promise you.
And they ain't gonna come up to you and take your earring off like this. Right? They're ripping it out.
They're gonna rip it out.
Rip it.
But it's like, you can be judge, jury, and execution on football. Like, I get to. Oh, that's what you want to say? Cool. Line it up.
Hold that thought. Wait till the next play.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's getting taken away from football to me. That's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, defense had a personality. Like, oh, we're gonna tear everything up in here today.
Yeah.
Like, and I missed that part of football, of linebackers and safeties taking control of the middle of the field. Like, that's cool. You can run that dig route if you want to, but I'm gonna put a tombstone at the end of it.
Absolutely.
If you try to catch it.
But see, the problem is when it really becomes a tombstone, then it's like,
as a football player, we take certain responsibilities. We know what play.
You don't take no responsibility from getting put in the tombstone, bro.
We understand what
you don't take the responsibility for them to dig a 6-inch hole, a 6-foot hole, put you in it, and then put the tombstone.
Look,
Melvin cracked in his head with a helmet.
Hey, I just come across the middle, man.
We've been playing this game.
I know that. I know you don't go across the middle. Slants
I lived across the middle.
Play Madden to it. Slants wasn't a thing. You ain't going across that middle.
Yeah.
I lived there. That was the thing about it is it's a mind game, bro. If you come across the middle, I've been safety, bam, hit me with everything he got. And then when you get up and you look at him and you just drop the ball, it's over for him. He's done.
Yeah.
He's done.
That's true. I've been on both sides. I've laid people down.
Yeah. And I've gotten laid down. It's comfort. That's what makes it so dope to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it dope to me.
I was the most penalized player last year in semi-pro because of that. Because I was too physical, quote unquote. People come across the middle. Hey, I tell them you're gonna get hit over here. So
yeah, and I explain to people.
I'm not pushing you down. This ain't touch.
Yeah, like I tell people all the time, like if you want to play a contact sport, go play basketball.
Yeah.
Football is a collision sport.
Football is you don't want your body when you retire sport. That's it. My body belongs to the sport, and that's what it belongs to.
You can't be soft coming out on no football.
When they say
29 and we still out here, man. Yes, sir.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yep.
Well, Mr. NBA, lucky, good luck to you. How your body feel? Look, it must have been a joy for you, Mr. NBA, because ain't you like a chef now? Something like that, you know? So yeah, football was nice to you. You got out early. That's why I told my son, I was like,
I played football up until I was 40. How old was that? 41, 42 when I stopped.
Yeah, 40, you did a nice 42. Career choice.
I got no look.
Turn this ball around. I'm not going this way.
I was going no. Dude asked me a couple months ago. They got an 8-on-8 team. It's not arena. It's outside. But they got an 8-on-8. And he was like, "Yo, I want you to coach." He's like, "But if you want to play, I need a receiver and a free safety." And I'm like, "Well, let me get in shape first, and let me see where we at."
Yeah, don't
get I know exactly which league you talking about. We training for that right now.
See?
Right. Yeah, if you get in the clasher from the sideline, the Nam versus Moolich, I gotta come to that game. You gotta get that on video, streaming live on Twitch.
Like I told him, I can't get that itch, man. I still want to play ball, man.
Yeah, I mean,
if I'm not gonna coach, I got to play one of the two.
Listen, I only played basketball in high school for a little bit. I pulled my muscle in my leg playing kickball in gym, and then after that, mysteriously, they couldn't find my resume. You know when you get the checkup and shit, they couldn't find the paperwork to me get my checkup. So now they wanted me to wait a whole nother year, and I was a bad kid. So that next year I got kicked out, so I couldn't play basketball no more. That was it for me. But I played a lot of street ball, and my boys would tell you, man, I was nice, but now I got arthritis in my back, and I'm only 30. So ain't no more basketball for me.
Oh nah, I got nothing. Arthur left me alone. I'm good.
Well, help me. I need to come to a warm state like where you at.
Well, that's another thing too. I made that switch because New York was a little too cold.
Yeah, I know. That's why I need to go to a place warm. That helps
very smart.
Dry air helps with arthritis. I need to get to where you at now.
Yeah.
I need to bathe under the palm trees. I seen them palm trees outside your job.
Yeah, big difference from New York. Huge.
Mm-hmm. I'm right across the water from New York. I'm in Jersey, so I feel it.
Oh, yeah. So I can't do that. I don't like that cold on my bones no more.
I need to get away from it, man. And I work in the cold. I work in the cold. So
ain't doing.
They don't. Everybody likes to talk about the heat in Vegas, but no one talks about the cold. It get brick out here. Like
it definitely does. It definitely
brick out here. I think the weather. The weather is weather now.
Because that motherfucker, it dropped to 25 degrees one night.
Oh,
and
word, that's what's up.
Blowing.
You ain't tell me that, Mr. NBA. Throw that up on the screen. Shout out, Mr. NBA.
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right.
Building a business. 50 fingers in the chat. Building a business. Shout out to you, Mr. NBA. That's what's up.
Entrepreneurship is
that's right. We might need you to help us get up from the sideline restaurant. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Right?
Most definitely.
We can do that.
Hey, a mix of everything, little soul food,
look, we can franchise that. Ain't nothing wrong with a sports bar. Sports bars make money.
Absolutely not.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Listen, that's for the back end. That's we got to do the front end right now. Pause.
Absolutely.
We got to do that. I'm gonna go with the game of the week. I'm gonna go Titans versus Raiders for the simple fact that I said, and I gotta go find the clip of me singing it. That
was a very frustrating game to watch.
Devontae Adams went to the Raiders to play with his college quarterback Derek Carr, and the team was gonna suck. I said
no. It's the
I want to hear about. I want to hear this. They 3-0. They about to go 4-0.
This is football talk. This is not me being a Vegas Raider homer.
Get that code on.
Everything has a transition.
Oh no, we know
and
that.
they're going through their transition. That's fine.
5-0.
No. Mm-hmm. So they'll be by the great. What's it? Week 4? They're gonna kick it into high gear real soon.
They need
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
They need to, because I got them being bad and I called it early.
No, they're gonna be all right. They're still gonna. I had them finishing the first or second in the division.
Raiders. I know you believe in your Raiders. I know. We know you believe in your Raiders, Mel.
But they
have a donut, and it's not a jelly-filled one. It has a clear hole through it, and you can see their future.
I wouldn't say that. Yeah. You can just see what's happening right now.
Yeah, you can see their future.
It's all good.
Just like the donut that's
over there. The future is coming over the horizon.
Even Russell Wilson got to win. His new trend. Talk about a transition.
It's peaking.
Even he got to win. But not the top wide receiver in the NFL. He don't got to win. You know, with his
new head coach,
with his quarterback from college. I know you got your quarterback from college, bro. You got your quarterback.
Yeah, but it's not. They're not running the same offense.
The chemistry, you know, just
they ain't played together in 7 years.
I don't give a shit. Why did he go there? He went there because it was his college quarterback. You know, his buddy. Exactly. Aaron Rodgers has more wins than him. I'm just saying, Mel. I'm just saying. Aaron Rodgers has 2 wins.
Really?
They have a donut that you can see through.
We deserve this, Mel. We deserve this.
We see through
I'm not see. He's trying to compare. Or Aaron Rodgers, he's been in the same offense for 12 seasons.
He ain't got a number one.
We deserve this. We deserve this.
He ain't got no Devontae Adams.
We unfortunately
just beat Tom Brady in the Bucs.
we deserve this, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm gonna let him have this moment. You said
we can't say anything because we don't have a win. That's the only thing.
I'm gonna let you have this moment. We will revisit this in the future.
When you're 2-5, when you're 2-5.
Look, I'm thumbnail. I'm going to put this in the thumbnail so I know exactly where to go when it's time to bring it out.
Timestamp.
41
53.
No, that's at the end of it. Go back to the beginning. 40 minutes.
I'm sorry, for the end of the season, I'm gonna come back to this and I'm like, remember this conversation.
At the end of the season, what is it, 17 games? So there'll be 7 and 10.
7 and 10. Okay, we'll see. We're gonna see.
Damn, they about to go 5-0 like the Giants did a couple of years ago. God damn, what y'all doing?
We're gonna run it.
Yeah, y'all gonna run it right out the door. That's where y'all running it now. Right out.
And the crazy thing, I didn't even talk. I was giving his Giants credit. I was talking. I was breathing life into him. He want to come kick me in the ass. Okay.
No, I'm not kicking you in the ass, Mel. I prefaced it by saying I said it before the season, and I'm gonna gloat a little bit now. I said they were gonna be trash, and then you butted in, and then I remember. That you was a Raiders fan when you started talking. So then I was like, "Oh no, you want to defend them? Nah, here you go, take this."
But you're not even trying to give like a little bit of light or nothing. You just doom and gloom.
It's all dark. Even when you go in the tunnel with your car lights on, it's still dark. You can't see nothing. It's still dark.
I hope Kenny Galladay come out with a practice jersey.
It ain't the jerseys. I hope Kenny Galladay get traded to the Raiders and then give us Devontae Adams.
I bet you would.
I bet you Danny Jones can throw him the ball 20 times a game. I bet you that. How many catches did he have last game?
Daniel Jones got to get out of the way of that offensive line.
How many catches did he have last game against the Titans?
I think it was only 3.
I think like 3 or 4.
Let's see this shit because this is funny. Adams with 5 catches. 5 catches for 36 yards. Look at this. Who's the guy? Hollins?
My boy Matt Collins, man.
8 catches, 158 yards, 11 targets. 10 targets. He's supposed to be the. Nah, I ain't gonna do that to Devontae. He's still the best wide receiver in the league.
When they roll coverage.
But hey, I just got a question for you. I meant to ask this question a couple of weeks ago. Is it Derek Carr or David Carr? Who's quarterbacking right now for the Raiders?
That is so disrespectful.
Derek or David? I just need to know. Is it Derek or David? Hey,
oh 44, my God.
44-20.
Oh my God.
That right there. That officially did it. That did it. And I went for your Giants. I was like, Saquon going to go off on Monday night. I was breathing life. The Giants. I'm picking against the Giants every game.
I don't care. I don't care. Did I pick the Raiders for this week? This is their comeback week, right? Yeah, I did. I picked y'all versus the Broncos, but now I'm switching into the Broncos. Now I got the Broncos locked in. If you don't believe me,
Saquon Barkley gonna turn the corner and his hamstring gonna roll up into his ass.
That's his hamstring. That's his hamstring, not mine. Devontae Adams gonna go for a catch and somebody gonna low cut him. He gonna land. I just know it's gonna bother you. That's all.
Daniel Jones really gonna start throwing dimes. You gonna watch.
David Carr gonna throw him the ball across the middle. He gonna get lit up.
I'm crazy. You know what? Who's the backup quarterback for the Giants?
He's better than David Carr.
Fucking Tyrod Taylor. Well, I like Tyrod. I'm not going to talk trash.
That guy got punctured in his lungs and still can do better than your quarterback.
What? See, you're not going to have me talk crazy about Tyrod. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do
it. Oh, man. Derek said, I don't want to play football no more. He tagged his brother in.
Well, Danny Dimes went to the best basketball school in the country to play quarterback.
It wasn't the one that David Carr went
to. At least he went to a goddamn football school.
That is true. That is very true.
Duke football. That don't even sound right.
It doesn't, not at all. I think you draft a quarterback from Duke confidently. That's crazy.
Exactly. That's nuts.
Back to David Carr.
That's crazy.
Listen, I wanted to ask this question like last Friday, bro, and I'm just getting to it. It looked like David Carr's out there, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
Okay.
Oh man, that was funny. I'm just saying, bro.
It's okay. Hey.
If I had to put one game on Derek Carr, it would be the first game. Second game, third game.
I don't care who you put on. No, let me switch my pick back.
Let me switch my
pick back to the Raiders. I don't want to mess with
we earned it. Look, we earned it. We earned it. We're not playing good right now. We're not playing good.
I better get this win this week, or this is the last time I'm picking y'all. Just like I ain't picking the Jets no more either. Fuck GK.
Why would you ever pick the Jets?
Hey, they were supposed to win last week, and I ain't starting Carter no more either. Carter on the bench for the rest of the fucking fantasy league. Put that dude on the bench. Fuck that dude. I can't stand that dude. I'm actually thinking about putting Devontae Smith in, but then I was like, nah, fuck that dude.
That's gonna be your second clip that I'm gonna use in the video. Every time somebody mess up, it's just gonna be Troy. Fuck that dude.
I'm gonna get a shirt.
Hey, you need to go ahead and make that a sound on TikTok. No cap, make that a sound on TikTok. Fuck that dude. As soon as somebody drop a pass, somebody alignment makes a block. Fuck that dude.
Hey, fuck that dude.
And then we can transfer it over to basketball season. Somebody blow it up.
Oh man.
Pass. Fuck that dude.
Somebody making a sound on TikTok.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll do that. We'll do that later.
Fuck that dude. I'm gonna say you get a couple of them. You get a couple of them, see which one's better.
Yep. Make sure you clip those.
Shit. Oh, I love you guys. Today's fun. I'm glad I went and got that cup. Even though my shit almost gone. Y'all, if y'all don't know Whiskey Troy, you met him today.
There you go. Yes, sir.
You met Whiskey.
That's bad that we all just had to take a drink after that.
Hey, there you go, man.
What else G Baby got on the dock for us today? That's so funny because I look at the dock and it says Raiders only 0-3.
Oh, see, that was just a seamless transition. There we go.
Yeah,
see, that's when you know everything's working.
Yeah,
I'm losing my.
We got a lot of problems right now.
Oh
yeah, a lot of injuries.
We're not going back to the Raiders because I'm gonna start.
No, we're gonna skip over that right now. We did that already.
Yeah,
no need to go back.
We got a lot of problems right now. That's okay. We got a lot of
problems. That's all. We have issues. That's fine.
We got issues, and we're trying to work through them right now.
G Baby just knew. He just knew. I wanted to say, so he just knew.
Which is crazy because we didn't say anything. That's fine. When he comes back, I'll make sure we talk about the Saints. I'm gonna make sure.
The Saints was getting it today, but he not only getting it.
You mean them Aints?
He not only getting it.
Them Aints? Yeah, they back to them Aints. I don't know if you can call them the Saints no more.
Trust me, you be getting the same treatment you get right now. Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize after I said the first one that you was a Raiders fan that I was like, "Don't go harder." I'm sorry, Sticky. I'm glad you're in the chat having fun with us, man.
I've been going through it for like the past 2 weeks because everybody knows I'm a Raider fan, so they know I've been all week at work, everywhere, just out because I got a Raider lanyard. It's just tough season, huh? I'm just like, you know what? If I hear that one more time,
I don't need your nonsense. Like,
thank you. It's week 3. I know it's been a rough ride. Leave me alone, okay? I'm going through things right now because my team is going through things right now.
We got 14 more of these to go. We can turn this thing around.
Exactly, and I'm going through things because they're going through things.
We didn't even see this coming. Where is it?
What's that?
Because I had to show it for sometimes on YouTube. Certain comments I gotta click on for them to show. I don't know if it's gonna pop up here or if it popped up already. It was his first comment, Sticky's first comment. No, it's fourth comment. 1, 2, 3. Nah. So he said Dak comes back, Raiders trade for Cooper Rush, and they go on a fucking tear.
Not trade for Coop. Oh,
we're not doing that.
Yo, he got it.
Traded for Cooper Rush.
Yo, Sticky gotta come back, bro. Sticky gotta come back.
We made one mistake. We made one mistake sending a Cooper to Dallas. We should have never sent Amari Cooper.
Chat, bro. Oh man, Cooper for David. I got you. So how you guys feeling about those Jaguars? You think they legit?
I said they were. No, I believe that this year.
I think their defense is nice, though. I think their defense is very slept on right now because their defense is balling.
But health-wise, I was always concerned about the offense, but the offense looks healthy. Travis Etienne is once they really get him involved in the offense for real.
Yep.
It's gonna be nasty.
Too much production away from my fantasy running back James Robinson.
Oh yeah.
No, James. Yeah. I know. I love James Robinson. I think James Robinson is a very good running back.
Top 5 back in the league this year. You heard it here first. Top 5 back in the league this year.
Now I've been praising, and GK tried to take credit for it. When I remember I remember G Baby saying, "Oh, he mid," and I was like, "He mid."
No,
what you talking
absolutely not, because he was fire last year.
Yeah, he's not mid. My boy.
As scary as good as he is, Travis Etienne is going to be even scary because he's all of that but faster.
That could be true. Be true.
It's just because you can use Travis in more ways than you can use James, so it makes him more dangerous. So that's why when they fully get him integrated in that offense, it's him and Trevor are going to have a crazy, scary fucking relationship. It's going to be insane. That connection is going to be insane.
It's going to be Clemson all over again.
But I like the way Trevor's playing right now, though. I do like the way Trevor.
Trevor's playing pretty good.
Yeah, he just needed a competent play caller, and a real offensive coordinator.
Yep, and a solid defense because they're creating turnovers. That's the big thing. The Jaguars are creating turnovers again, and when they create turnovers, they're very, very scary and very hard to stop.
It's weird because I thought they had the better names a year ago on that defense, but this defense is playing really good.
It is. It's playing very, very good.
Yeah, I mean Jacksonville, they're gonna be there. He said Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, front runners for MVP.
At this point,
At this point, honestly.
Who's leading? I would say Lamar.
I would say Jalen Hurts. I would say only because no one expected the Eagles to look like this.
I did. I don't believe that. I think a lot of people have the Eagles.
I did.
No.
For this, I've been calling this since last year.
Being in top of the division.
I've been calling this since last year when the Eagles were struggling. I literally said they needed to, 1, start running the ball, and 2, they need to sign another receiver outside of Devontae. They went and got A.J. Brown, and now look at Jalen Hurts. I told everybody because everybody tried to write Jalen Hurts off last year. I was like, no. But they run the ball and run the offense how he's to his strengths. He's a baller. He's gonna go crazy. I promise you.
Jalen has looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. He has looked pretty good.
But my point is, he's throwing the ball better than anybody.
A lot better.
I always see. My thing was, I always believed in Jalen Hurts. I always
definitely.
So this is not surprising to me, but it's surprising to other people. And I think that's why I would say, with how the Eagles look, if anybody, a slight edge over Lamar, slight, not by much, very slight.
I can respect that. I can respect that, honestly.
But he would have that slight edge because he's throwing the ball as good as he is. The offense looks dynamic right now. Like, it looks really, really good. So he would have that slight edge. That's all. Slight.
The only thing about the Ravens right now is that they need that whoever's going to be their true number one to step up for Lamar that's outside of Mark Andrews or tight end. And that's the thing. They don't have one because we don't really know what Rashad Bateman is going to be. The rookie tight end, he hasn't showed up, and there was a whole bunch of hype around him. They lost Marquise, and then you got Donovan Robinson on the other side, who's never really been, a really prominent receiver like that. Like, he's been fast, but he's never really been somebody to really fear as far as the receiving game. So I just feel like if they can get a receiver to really stretch the field outside of a tight end, because you can only do so much, Lamar
they don't need to stretch the field guy. They got three of those dudes. You got Rashard Bateman, you got Robinson, you got Duvernay. You need somebody who's going to move the chain. Somebody, when it's 3rd and 8, go dig into the ground, go to the sticks, let me put the ball in your chest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what they need.
I think that's what their tight ends can be, and I think that's what John Harbaugh's kind of rotating or trying to. I think he's trying to experiment with that right now, because if you look at the last game, Lamar. Yeah, and I understand why you say that, but I just think that because if you think about the last game and think about how the season has been going for Lamar and the Ravens offense as of recently, there's been a lot of tight end targets and not so much receiver targets, because I feel like the offense trusts the tight ends more to make plays or to move the sticks rather than the receivers, because they're not necessarily established right now. They're bigger bodies, they're bigger targets. So I just feel like they need those receivers to kind of develop.
They should have got Julio Jones.
I said the same thing.
Put Julio Jones' ass on the outside, but you just change his role. Bro, I don't need you going downfield. Screw that.
Yeah.
All you run is curls, digs, slants, and that's it. Like, that's all I want you to do, bro. I need you to get 8 yards every time you catch the ball. 8 yards. Boom. 8 yards. Because yes, Mark Andrews can do that, but he's in the middle of the field. I need somebody that can just work on the edges and one-on-one coverage, just make a catch.
Mm-hmm. And that's what they thought Rashad Bateman was going to be, because he has flashes. This is the thing about Rashad. He has flashes. It's just he doesn't put it together consistently in a game to the point where you can be like, okay, we need to start going to him more. But he definitely has flashes, like the last game when he, caught that short route and then turned it up for about 20, 25 yards. You were like, okay, you showed me something a little bit, but we have to start seeing that on a consistent basis, especially in Lamar's case, because it's like he can't just keep feeding his tight ends. They're going to key on that. And then now.
Nope. Everybody went out.
I see. Everybody reset it. Mel was there by himself.
All by myself. 2 seconds. This is about to be a whole new show.
What was he saying about the Raiders? It just started going on. Yeah, he gave me the floor now.
It's like, yeah, this is my show now.
But I believe Bateman can. I like the combination of Duvernay and Bateman. I like that combo for them.
I do too.
The only thing, like I said, they're just young. And with what the Ravens are trying to do, you just need that veteran wide receiver to make it happen.
Yep. So do you think Odell goes there?
I don't want him to, but that would be a good spot for him.
It would be. I've been thinking about that kind of, periodically. Like, it would be a very, very good spot for him to go. I wouldn't want him to go to. I'm with you on that. I wouldn't want him to go there, but it would be a very, very solid spot for him to go.
I would want him to stay in LA because I know that's where he wants to stay.
True.
But Baltimore would be a dope spot for him.
It would be a really good spot for him. I think he would definitely shine in that offense.
Next on the list is Oh, I think it's the fantasy. Oh no. Yeah, put him on the sideline. The G Baby's new segment. So this is where you're gonna take one of these guys and you're gonna put him on the sideline. And today the two names he got is Ezekiel Elliott or Tony Pollard.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Which one are you putting on the sideline?
I mean, they're the same fucking team.
Yeah, which one you putting on the sideline?
I mean, I'm still in the rare case of that offense would look 100 times better if they just gave Ezekiel Elliott the touches he deserves.
Yeah. I'm putting Tony Pollard on the sideline.
Like, I just think Zeke is I don't know. I love Ezekiel Elliott, bro. Like,
but Zeke don't seem like the same that came into the league his first 2 years.
Because they're not giving him, because they keep split.
I was saying because they're not giving him the ball.
Even in the games where they depend on him, they don't. I'm not saying this year, not even maybe last year, but the year before that. But like before he started like getting injured, but they were giving him his touches and he wasn't producing. He would come out the game 20, 25 touches with 80 yards and 70 yards, 60 yards.
But that's who he is. He's supposed to be. He's an old school type of
like Derrick Henry is like. Derrick Henry come out 25 touches, 60 yards, but the next game he got 25 touches with 250 yards. That's not
right, but they don't. You can't even go back to a game where they gave him back-to-back games where he had 20 or more kept touches.
No, I understand what you're saying. I agree.
Because they spent so much money on that. Because the reason why they can do that, the Tennessee can do it, because Ryan Tannehill is their quarterback. Dak Prescott, they paid Dak Prescott to be the face of the Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
So once they did that, they took the ball out of Ezekiel.
Yeah, it turned into a more throwing offense.
Yeah, which is statistically is crazy because statistically,
they were better
when you look at the Cowboys, they're better when they run the ball.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Like
and Dak is a better quarterback when they run the ball. Play action. When he's play action and he can get the ball to receivers across the middle or downfield. He's not a Patrick Mahomes where he can just take the snap and just make a couple throws here or there and then you're good. That's not how Dak is. That's not how he operates. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm an old school dude. Give me 11 personnel and we're gonna run the ball until I make you commit to 8-9 guys in the box, and then I'm going over the top.
Mm-hmm. All right, still in the same segment. Put him in the sideline. He gave us 3 things. So Zeke and Tony was the first one. Curtis Samuel, is he an every week starter now?
Not yet.
No, not yet. No,
not yet. Only because he has to show up more in the bigger games. Like he can't just go off in the smaller games when you're going against the smaller teams or the not so good teams or the teams that don't have, good, secondaries. You have to show up when you're going against those teams that have really, really good defenses, really, really good secondaries, and you have to make the same type of plays that you make when you're playing these other quote unquote weak teams. You can't. Mm-hmm. It's more of the consistency for me, and I get that he's still pretty young. But he has to start to put it together now. Like he's in year 2, year 3?
Hell no. He's been at least 5 years.
I was just say at least 3 or 4 or 5 years, right? So he has to start being able to put together consistent games to the point where I'm not saying he's going to be 100-yard receiver every single game, but at least 60, maybe 65, 50 yards, bro. Like you got to start putting together some consistency
with him, he's another dude that needs. He needs to be used properly.
True.
Like he's a hybrid. He's actually a running back.
That's true. He's more like a Percy Harvin kind of player.
Right. Like this should be plays where he lines up at running back. Like he should be Deebo Samuels on steroids because he's an actual running back.
Honestly, yeah.
So it just he has all the potential in the world. Like he's really, really, really good. I like everything about Deebo Samuel, about Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, I'm leaving him in. Y'all had me go check my fantasy real quick, and I could take him out for Smith, Devontae, but Devontae is projected
you're probably going to get the same production of the two. You might get if those are your two options, then you go with Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, because that's who I started over him when he gave me that donut. Then I took Jamie Crowson thinking he was going to pop. I'm about to drop him and pick somebody else up. I need somebody that's going to give me at least 10 points off the bench. Like, I need to sub a nigga in. But next one, the last one I'll put him on the sideline is Christian Kirk and I guess Olave. Wide receiver 2 going forward.
Wide receiver 2 going forward.
Christian Kirk, because he's the main guy. Olave is like the third receiver in New Orleans.
And Christian Kirk is more established in the league.
Mm-hmm. I got Christian Kirk on my other fantasy team. Been going on for me.
Yeah, Christian Kirk
Olave's gonna get there, but he's sitting. Well, I think Landry's hurt. I think that's why.
And Landry's hurt, and Michael Thomas is out for this weekend too. So he's gonna get his opportunity to really show us what he gets, what he has this weekend.
That's probably why he did that. But I don't trust Jameis, so no.
Yeah, but I don't think Jameis might. I was gonna say I don't think Jameis playing this weekend either, though.
Yeah, Jameis not playing.
Yep, I think Andy Dalton's playing this weekend.
They got the red rifle in there? Oh, shit.
Andy Dalton's playing this weekend, actually, so it should be interesting.
The red rifle. Fucking red buckshot. No bullets in it. Fuck that is. Fuck that dude.
There it goes. Fuck that dude. Yes, sir.
Flip it. Oh, yeah.
Man.
106.
106. That's why I keep these sticky notes next to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You gotta start writing them down, man. You gotta start writing them down.
I got that. I'm on it.
He said, damn, I gotta remember the other one from earlier. Where was that one at? Oh, 40 seconds, 40 minutes, 40 minutes. All right,
40 minutes, yeah.
106. All right. But we to the picks. We got a slate of Sunday games and Monday game to get through.
Damn, I can't remember who I picked, but it's in the app though. We ready to rock.
All right.
I can't see your picks in the app. I can only see mine because that's where I actually literally go off of. I go off of the app.
Mm-hmm.
So,
here we go.
Do your best, Mel. I like them to match up. You know, don't be trying to put your picks on here that you ain't picking stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
I know. As I go through it, all right.
So the first game, you know, in the name of G baby, we got the Vikings versus the Saints, and I'm taking the Vikings.
I think I took the Vikings.
I mean the Vikings by 10. And give y'all points.
Next game, we got Buffalo Bills versus the Ravens. And I'm taking the Ravens.
Yeah, I took Baltimore.
I'm taking the Bills. I think they're going to be real upset coming off that loss.
I still don't got Micah Hyde, so it don't matter.
That's true. That's true. But the way that
Lamar been throwing the ball crazy lately, so
true. The way their defense has kind of been stepping up with some injuries, their cornerbacks have been stepping up. You know, with Trey White out, I think their DB should be solid. They got a nice kind of depth going on there with the Bills and their defense now, because last year they really didn't have any depth at DB. So I think this year with their defense and with the injuries they have early, I think they should be solid until their starters get back. So give me the Bills.
And I think Lamar's going to take this game personally, because I think
he is too. I think it's going to be a great game though.
He's getting, the comparison. Oh, well, Josh Allen is better than him. And I think this is the perfect time for everybody to see it in real time. Like,
that's true.
Wrap it up.
Very true.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
He wants that money, so it's the game that's gonna.
Oh, they're going to pay him more now. Shit.
Yeah, and both defenses are actually playing very well. Mm-hmm. Not counting, the Miami game.
We got 2-1 teams. Somebody fitting to be 2-2. We got the Bears versus the Giants, and I took the Giants. The Bears versus the Giants.
Fuck the Bears, but I'm taking them anyway because I don't like the Giants now.
Yeah, don't come on this side. We don't want you nowhere near.
No.
Don't get that dark ass tunnel near us. None of that dark tunnel where you can't see where you're going crashing in the walls. Everybody dying on them.
Hey, they call it the black hole for a reason, man.
Yeah, if you know anything about New York.
That's just so dark you can't even call 911 because they don't come to that area, son.
They call it the black hole for a reason, man.
You know anything about New York
for a reason.
You gotta take that dark ass tunnel to get to that shitty stadium anyway.
Hey, listen, we got a long dark ass tunnel that never ends, nigga. When you get to them over there where the Raiders were from, fuck them dudes.
I couldn't. He beat me to it. I was trying to get it out. He beat me to it.
109. 109.40, man.
Hey, now you can make them both sound fuck that dude and fuck them dudes. There you go. Next game we got Falcons versus the Browns.
Cleveland.
You mean the Falcons?
I'm taking the Falcons.
Who did I think I took the Falcons too. Hold on.
I'm taking the
Falcons.
Falcons.
Let me see. I think I took the Falcons.
And I got the Bears for the last one because Justin Fields, I like the way he's been playing. But the Bears defense is key in that game. Hey, it's gonna be crazy because watch Kenny Golladay really go off. I think you might have muted yourself. Hold on.
Mute myself, but I'm waiting for Mel to come back. Mel didn't
yeah, he done disappeared again. Disappearing Mel, disappearing act.
Man, I think he went to check his pics real quick. But yeah, we'll wait for him. You said you got the ticket to Falcons too?
Yep, taking the Falcons.
Yeah, I think Marcus Mariota puts on a good game. Young Way Cool, give me 18 points again in fantasy.
Yes, sir.
How much did he have last week? He had like 10 or 11, right?
So yeah, like 10, 11 points last week, man. Yes, sir. Got me the dub, You
got me one. You got me the dub too.
Yeah, I say appreciate you.
All right,
somebody kept texting me, and I was trying to get the thing off, and I fucking closed everything up.
Yeah, Sweet's like, they didn't close everything. Go check his damn picks and shit. All right, next game we got. Who you said you had? The Falcons or the Browns?
Cleveland.
Oh, you took the Browns. All right.
I think I had the Falcons.
Now we got an interesting game. I think this is going to be probably my game of my early notice game. Probably going to be a really, really good game. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm going Jacksonville.
I took Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm going Jacksonville.
Jacksonville at the Eagles?
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking. I'll take the Eagles, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jacksonville come with that heat. I don't know. I'm taking the Eagles though.
Next game we got the Chargers versus the Texans. I took the Chargers again.
I'm taking the Texans in an upset.
See, because I don't know. This is my issue with this game. I don't know how healthy Justin Herbert is.
Right.
Not very healthy right now. Not very healthy. They just lost Bosa's on IR. Rashawn Slater's out for the season.
All right. Changing my pick to the
Texans. They just got hit with a whole lot of injuries.
That was my issue. But I think I might switch my pick now too.
And honestly, the way Lovey has that defense playing with the Texans is very, very scary. Especially
I'm keeping the Chargers scary. They 0-2-1. They can't even get a win. They get a draw.
You're
right, but I'm taking the Texans in the upset.
You know what? Last week I didn't change my Dolphins pick, and it hurt me. It didn't hurt me, but I was mad that I didn't change it. I'm going Texans. I'm going Texans.
No, I'm not changing. Next game we got the Jets versus the Steelers. I'm going Steelers.
Pittsburgh. Just to make GK mad.
Didn't they say Sam Wilson's playing this week?
I don't care who's playing. Let Joe Namath come out that tunnel. It don't matter.
Overrated.
But David Carr coming out that tunnel.
Give me the Steelers.
You know what? He gonna make me turn off my whole thing. I'm like, fuck this.
Hey, I'm still gonna keep going. still gonna keep going. I'm gonna call your ass on the phone. I don't think Joe
Namath can save the Jets this year.
I'm gonna call your ass on the phone while I'm still on the phone. While I'm still alive. Hey, where you go, brother? You went to go see how dark the tunnel is? It's still dark.
Right.
It's still dark.
No more whiskey.
Next game. Hey, I told you Whiskey Troy's on a different level, bro.
They call him WT. Whiskey Troy.
Whiskey Troy. We got the Seahawks versus the Lions. I'm taking the Lions.
I'm taking the Lions too. Even though this will be the game that I picked them, and they're gonna get their fucking doors blown off by the Seahawks.
I picked them once already, and they got their ass whipped. So, giving them another chance. All right, we got.
I'm going the Lions with an upset.
Oh, word. We got the Tennessee Titans versus the Colts, and I'm taking Tennessee.
Yes, Derrick Henry's gonna run for like 400 yards more.
Yep, give me Tennessee. Even though Michael Pittman's gonna have a big game, but give me Tennessee.
We got the Commies versus the Cowboys.
The Commies.
Don't do that. Don't talk about my team like that.
What are you talking about? I told you guys it's an inside joke. The guy that did the podcast.
I know.
Shout out Roy. He said he hated the name when people make it short. They're gonna call him the Commies. So I called him the Commies to live on from his memory. He's still here. He's a nurse. You know, he work a lot of hours. Shout out Roy. You know, but yeah, the Commies versus the Cowgirls.
I'm a Dallas hater.
I'm a Giants fan, but I'm taking the Cowboys.
So it don't matter who the Cowboys play. I pick against them.
Absolutely.
Well, Commies ain't beating no Cowgirls.
It don't matter. This is a hill. I'm
404 touchdowns.
I always pick against the Cowboys. I don't care who they play.
Carson Wentz is going for 350, and Terry McLaurin is going for 175.
Yeah, I hope that's what happens.
Terry McLaurin is Scary Terry. Let's not do this.
Scary Terry. There it goes. Hey, look, we giving him nicknames, man. Scary Terry. There he goes.
He's Scary Terry. He was hot. He was hot. Back then he was hot. Now he ain't. I don't know what he is.
Yeah,
I'm just playing.
Washington all day.
Carolina. The Cardinals versus the Panthers. I'm taking the Birds.
Baker, back-to-back wins.
I'm taking the Birds. I'm taking Kyler Murray and his little legs running all over the field. Because they can't catch him, nor can they see him.
I'm taking Carolina because the Cardinals just aren't a good team right now.
Carolina's the way to go. All right, we got the Raiders versus the Broncos. I'm going to take the sorry Raiders.
The Raiders.
I'm taking the dark tunnel. David Carr and them boys.
I never pick against my team. I don't care who we playing. I never pick against my team. We're going with the Raiders.
I'm calling him David Carr until he gets a win.
David.
His mama name is Derek. Derek Carr is analyzing football right now on ESPN somewhere. David Carr plays for the Raiders and can't get the best wide receiver in the NFL the damn ball. That's what's going on there. But I'm still picking him because I think this is the chance. This is the time that David Carr becomes Derek Carr, and then the week after he goes back to being David. But we're not gonna get there yet. We're gonna take it 1 week at a time with David Carr, right? Mel, you started it. All right, we got the Patriots versus Green Bay Packers.
Packers.
Oh,
Packers.
Man.
Going Packers.
Only other person I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I think everybody knows.
Oh man.
Aaron Rodgers is my guy.
He doesn't have the best wide receiver in the league, and he's 2-1. Going with Aaron Rodgers.
Patriots.
You did that because you don't like A-Rod.
And now we got the team that A-Rod beat last week. Kansas City versus the Bucks.
Old man Brady.
I'm going Kansas City. I went Bucks and then I changed to Kansas City.
I'm going the Bucks. I think Kansas City drops 2, and the world is gonna lose their mind. Like Patrick Mahomes lost it or some shit.
Old man Brady gonna do it. He mad about last week.
You saying these people mad like the Chiefs ain't mad.
The Chiefs probably is really upset, but I think that they drop down. I think they dropped 2 games.
6 catches for 1.
Now everybody's kind of what's going on? And then here's another thing. This is the reason why I say this.
Micah, what's the running back name? He got 3 names.
Clyde
Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, he going off. He's gonna get 26 carries for 250.
The reason why I say that is because everybody was talking about Bieniemy and Patrick Mahomes going back and forth at the end of that game. So
Patrick Mahomes gonna show him that this is why you put the ball in my hand and let me do what I do.
Eric Bieniemy gonna call 14 run plays.
Yeah, and that's why they're gonna have 250.
Yeah,
but we got the Rams. I'm trolling, guys, if you listen. But we got the Monday night game, Rams versus the 49ers, and I'm going with Jimmy G. I'm going with Jimmy. I'm going with Jimmy.
This is an ass whooping in the making. Rams.
This is the Rams. Give me the Rams. The Niners are not a good team right now.
Mm-mm.
They're not playing. They're not playing.
All the makings of a Jalen Ramsey.
The 49ers are gonna somehow beat the Rams 28-3.
28-2. Woo!
Matt Stafford throws 4 interceptions and fumbles, and then what's that running back name? Yeah, that guy's gonna fumble like 3 times.
You are wishing all the bad on the Rams. Okay.
Fuck that dude. I'm not wishing no bad on the Rams. The Rams, they're a good team, 2-1. But Jimmy G gonna come out and manage the game to a win.
You just said he's gonna turn the ball over 4 times.
Is that not what Matt Stafford does?
That is no.
Is that not what Matt Stafford does? Let's not do this. No. It's what David Carr does, and Matt Stafford is, guess what? David Carr's shadow, because that guy throws motherfucking 3 interceptions to open the season. All right, then how many interceptions he threw the next game?
I think 2.
Oh yes, it was 2. How many he threw the next game?
I think he threw 2 more. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's not Matt Stafford's necessary. His touchdown INT rating has never necessarily been.
Maddie about to have 30 interceptions and 12 touchdowns. Stop playing.
Okay.
I'm telling you,
man. Remember, like I said, I'm pinning all of this. I'm gonna bring it all the way back.
Hey, pin it all. Just remember, you make sure you put in big bold letters Whiskey Troy. All right.
Whiskey Troy.
And when I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna play T-Pain in the background. Blame it on the alcohol.
Blame it on the. Listen.
Hey, that's a great song choice.
That is a great song choice. You ain't gotta blame it on the alcohol, but this is how I get. All right. This is what I do. But that was the last game, you know? And then I picked the Dolphins to win against the Bengals, but I had no idea that Tua was going to turn into a gang member on the field.
I know. I had the Bengals win that game anyway.
Blessings out to him. He said he's all right. He did text, but something going to happen to that team. We don't know what.
Absolutely.
No, there's fines coming out for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Big fines coming out for that.
100%. There's some fines coming out.
Somebody deserves to be fired over that.
Like the whores in the house. Yeah. Hopefully we'll hear something on this Brett Favre.
We definitely.
I had to stop because nobody's talking about it. You know, so I didn't want to be the only one to say.
And it's crazy because the more and more stuff that comes about this Brett Favre situation, the worse and worse he looks.
But, at the same time, more information is dropping about the Emmanuel Doku situation, and I guess he looks worse and worse. So.
Everybody gonna look bad. Because it's stupid. Both situations are dumb. Like, one, you shouldn't steal money from people that you shouldn't be stealing money from, and the other one,
you shouldn't be fucking your boss's wife. It's
not the boss. Here, that lady's husband. No. Her husband doesn't work for those houses.
Oh, well, that's the girl that's married at your job.
Right.
Don't be berating females, because now they said another report came out that Emmanuel Doka was saying some shit.
No, that's just to make him look bad now. That's all that is. They
said the independent report came out.
Yeah, okay.
They said more information from the independent report came out.
This is only reason why I'm gonna say this is because the dude was the coach for the Brooklyn Nets. Nothing ever happened. No one said he was a bad dude. Everybody said he was actually a really good dude when he got hired. Now all of a sudden he's a scumbag? No. Did he make a bad decision? Yes. You're not gonna change and make it seem like his character is messed up. I'm not gonna believe that because he had the same character when he was over in Brooklyn. So no. I'm not gonna buy. Unless something comes out that he was doing all of this same stuff when he was in Brooklyn, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm just gonna look at it as they're just trying to tear him down now, lower his value.
Yeah, because that's weird. You say that, and then you say lower his value exactly while I'm reading Boston say they wouldn't step in his way if he tries to pursue another job elsewhere, head coaching job elsewhere.
Yeah, because what they're trying to do is they're going to make it sound so nasty that nobody else is going to pick him up.
Yeah. Blackball.
Let's keep it a buck. He's a good coach.
Oh, 100%.
And everybody knows that. Mm-hmm. But are you willing to take the PR hit after we drag his
his name through the mud, yeah. Well, I don't know.
Because I told my brother, matter of fact, we're gonna pin this too. I told my brother, don't be shocked if he's the Lakers coach next season.
Hey, Doka did what he could. Stuff happens. He made a mistake. If he learns from it, he learns from it. Gets another coaching job. Gets another coach. He stays with Boston. He stays with Boston. What? That's out of my hands. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know, it's out of my hands.
Oh, he's gone. He's definitely not staying in Boston. He's gone.
Hey, I mean, that's what it's looking like. But that's what I'm saying. It don't make no sense to me because they should have just fired him then. Just fire him.
That's it.
Just fire him.
Well, I mean, why even let the story come out?
Cut his pay in half and do all this other shit, and it's like now you got all these speculations coming out, and just like
all they had to do was release a statement saying that Ime Udoka and the Boston Celtics agreed to go their separate ways. Boom. You ain't got to add infidelities and violation of team policy. You got to do none of that.
Yeah, let it be.
Just let that man go about his way, let you go about your way, and then just leave it alone.
Yeah, because now it's a big story and it's a big thing, and there's the team still in the dark about stuff, and they're finding out stuff, and the media is finding out stuff, and it just looks way uglier than it had to be when you could have just fired him and kept it under wraps, and everybody would have just been guessing like, oh, why did he get fired? What's going on? Like, he took a team to the championship.
That's it.
Conduct to the team, but let's get about it. Final thoughts, Mulich.
Good to be here on a Friday, guys. Good to be on a Friday. Let's talk football with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's talk football with you guys. Follow the sports page, Sports Muru on TikTok. Follow the sports page on sports Twitter, Sports Muru. Yeah, hope to see you guys again, man, on a Friday, man.
Mel, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I know it's a football show, but I'm going to stand up on this. Men versus Malika Andrews. She deserves to be either suspended or fired. You're not going to talk crazy to men on national TV and give it, especially black men. You're not going to have that. So, my final thought.
Belittle those black men on TV.
Matter of fact,